study with me, and this is basically just me studying for my biohacking certification, and this is me using my Notion template that I created.
Hello everyone. So I just got done studying and finishing Module 3 of my wellness course because I have a meeting with my group tomorrow to do the homework piece of it. So I really needed to get that done. And now I was just like finishing up the homework and getting that ready to go. I have been listening to a book while I was doing my homework. Currently listening to And Then There Was You by Tay Monet. I'm really enjoying it. I've started this book several times, but this time I'm trying to get back into it because I'm just at a point in life where I'm really enjoying black romances again. I have times where I'm really reading a lot of black romances and other times where I'm reading romanticities. In different sorts of books. But as I'm writing a black romance right now, these type of books are just feeling more aligned and fulfilling, and so that is why I am doing that. I know I look a bit rough today. Usually I'm a lot more put together when I come on the videos, at least I try to be. But I'm not gonna lie, today has been a very much work from bed day, study from bed. I actually let my mom and my son go to the store by themselves so that I could just have a me moment to decompress. So I think what I really want to prioritize while they're at the store, more so than getting my steps done or working on the book, I want to do a meditation because I'm never able to do those alone anymore. My son loves to come in and he's like, "Mommy, breathe. Let's do breathe." Like he likes the meditations, which is great. But also the meditations need to be a place where I can like go internally. It's hard to kind of do that when he's like right there and I have to still be in mommy mode. And so I'm gonna go ahead and do a meditation, and then I am going to figure out what I have time to do next. And so when it comes to meditations, I always just let's do this together. Actually, I always just go on YouTube and go to my favorite meditation channel is Great Meditation, and I just listen to whatever, honestly, whatever catches my eye. Yesterday I did one. I don't remember what it's called, but earlier this week I did one called Create the Life You Desire, which was posted 6 days ago. So as you can see, I've done that one. The one that I haven't done is You Are Right Where You're Meant to Be, or Become the Observer and Find Inner Peace. You must accept who you are before you can become the person you want to be. Actually, I'm going to do this. Oops, sorry. The self-acceptance one right here. I'm going to do that one. It's 11 minutes and 9 seconds, so I'm just going to click on that and get started.
Recommend that you lie flat on your back. However, if this is not comfortable for you, the goal is that you are cozy and comfortable. So find whatever position is best for you. And whenever you're ready, lovingly close your eyes.
Okay guys, so it is 7:08 p.m. and I just got done with the meditation. I just want to say, normally I wouldn't meditate this late. However, that's what I felt like I needed to do today, so I did that. I'm just trying to find day 7 in the back of my recap so that I can write about my reflection from meditation, because I've been doing that anytime that I have a meditation. I write about what came up with visualizations, anything like that. So I did that on the 4th day when I did a meditation, as well as yesterday. The meditation I did was feeling like a brand new you. So I just wrote what the brand new me looks like. So I read the title of the meditation in pink. So I have these Cali art markers here. I'm going to pull up the title of the video again. I write that down just so that if I ever want to go back and like redo that meditation later on down the line, I have the exact name of it. And I always know it's from Great Meditation because typically that's the only meditation I ever do. So I don't need to put that. All I need to put is the name. Okay. So I put the name, and then I take my gray Cali art marker and I go in and I write. Again, I'm using, I don't know if that was clear, but there's like a dual tip. That one side is a brush tip, one side is like the pen. I use the pen. And so now I'm just gonna write my reflections and like what came up for me during this meditation. Okay. I just finished journaling and adding that, and so I left room so that I could come in at the end of the day and talk about how the day went. But I can share with you all what came up for me while I was doing that meditation was that while I was very I don't want to say uncomfortable, but I had to move around a lot more than usual. Like, usually in the morning when I'm doing a meditation, it's very easy for me to drop in and, like, get straight into that mindset of whatever the video is calling in. And I don't know if it had anything to do with the time of day or just the amount of thoughts that have come into my mind since being up for 8 hours now. But it was a lot harder for me to really get comfortable and relax. But once I did, I didn't want to open my eyes. Like, it was so much harder for me to open my eyes and really just, like, come back. And so, my takeaways from that were the fact that, like, I just need to be doing this specific meditation, a lot more often, and so I wrote that I want to make it a part of my weekly Sunday reset. I don't currently have a Sunday reset routine, but whatever that looks like, that meditation will be part of that. Just because I feel like I could really use that. There was a part of the meditation where it asks you to say that you accept yourself and give yourself a hug. And that really was something I needed, and I feel like I don't give myself enough of. Not to say that I don't get any hugs, because my kid hugs me all the time. But me hugging myself while I'm saying I love you, I accept you, felt very comforting and very assuring, and it was just something that I needed. And I realized that I was missing. And so I had basically said, I realized I needed a little TLC, so I'm really happy that I did that, and I also need to continue that practice of just taking a moment, wrapping my arms around myself, and really just reminding myself that I'm worthy, that I love myself, whatever the case is. So as a matter of fact, I've already done my affirmations for the day, but I want to try tomorrow doing my meditations while giving myself a hug throughout it and see how that impacts me, see how I feel about that. The unfortunate thing is I could have went longer when I was journaling, or I wanted to go longer, but I had already like labeled the pages, and so the next page was already day 8 recap. Just because I was trying to make sure I would have enough pages in this book for everything that I want to put in here, and I actually figured out that I won't have enough pages in here for the entire 90-day challenge, simply because I use this as journaling as well. Like, I use this to journal outside of my morning pages, and sometimes I'll do like creative pages. I really feel like this journal for me is about healing and becoming, and I have other journals that have sort of been focused on that, but I end up putting other stuff in there. But this is just for me, like a self-love journal, if you will. Like, that would be a really great way to call it. And so I would love at one point, as I'm filling it up, as you can see, my son Drew, I had created a sort of washi design, and he decided he wanted to be a part of the notebook too. He's drawn in all of my notebooks at this point, but I want to do a separate video where I go through a lot of the spreads that I've created. I don't have very many now, that's why I haven't done it yet, and there's still some I'm working on, such as this one. I really like the way this one turned out, though. The things that make me happy. I seen this one on Pinterest, and that's where I got it from. There's another one that I really, really like. Let's see. Even though there's page numbers, that still doesn't really help me when it comes to searching for something, because I just flip through the book until I find it. Here it is. Things I love about myself. And so that's why I said this is a self-love sort of journal, because I've never written this before. Anytime a therapist or a coach had me do something like this, I would use ChatGPT to do it for me, which I think says a lot about me and like how hard it is to get in touch with myself. So I made myself fill up like 2 pages, A5 size, about what I love, things I love about myself. And I am going to do more spreads like that in the future. I was barely allowed to do physical things. I had to come up with other things. And so that was kind of a challenge for me, and it took me a while, but I forced myself to do that. And so now what we are going to do, I really just want to be very self-reflective, because I can do my steps when my son gets here. Not a big deal. I don't mind doing those when he's around. But these sort of journaling moments, these sort of reflective sort of moments, I don't get to do very much. So I'm actually going to pause the video here and go back to another video that I'm working on, where I am going through and I'm doing my journal prompts for the mid-year, and I'm gonna go film that.